The river that ran through my ranch wasn't just a water source. It was the lifeline of the entire valley. My cattle drank from it, my crops depended on it, and the little wooden bridge I'd built years ago connected my side of the ranch to the feed store, town, and everything else I needed. That bridge wasn't just practical. It was personal. My father and I built it together when I was a teenager, sweating under the summer sun, driving nails into timber until it finally stood proud across the rushing water. Every plank, every post carried memories. So when I came back from town one afternoon and found nothing but splinters floating downstream, I thought I was going to black out from rage. The bridge was gone, bulldozed, and standing right there on the other bank, in her neon scarf and oversized sunglasses, was HOA Karen. She cupped her hands to her mouth and yelled across the water. That old thing was a hazard. The HOA board voted unanimously to remove it. You're welcome. I stared at her, fists clenched. Karen, that was my bridge. On my land. She rolled her eyes. Oh, don't be ridiculous. It was an eyesore. Besides, you don't need it. The HOA has approved a much more aesthetically pleasing walkway. We'll build it once you pay your HOA dues. I laughed. Not the kind of laugh that means something's funny. The kind of laugh that means someone has just made the biggest mistake of their life. Karen, I called back. You just destroyed private property. That's a felony. She smirked. Good luck proving it. The HOA has full legal authority. That was it. That was the moment I decided I wasn't just going to fight back. I was going to teach her a lesson she would never forget. For the next 2 weeks, I worked. I called in favors from old buddies, engineers, surveyors, guys who knew water systems better than anyone. Together, we made some adjustments to the irrigation channels upstream. The river had always been gentle, steady, but with a few tweaks, it could be redirected, slowed here, accelerated there. When the first storm rolled in, my trap was ready. The rain came hard, drumming the rooftops, filling the gullies. By the second night, the river was swollen, raging with more force than it had in years. I stood on my porch and watched as the water surged past my side harmlessly, thanks to the diversions we'd built. But on Karen's side, the new path of the river surged directly into the low ground where her HOA's prized Lakeside mansion sat. By morning, the water had swallowed the lawn, crept up the drive, and lapped against the million-dollar patio. By the afternoon, the basement windows had shattered, and water was pouring in like a busted dam. Karen was outside, screaming at contractors, waving her arms wildly, demanding someone fix the weather. Her designer shoes were soaked in mud, her perfect lawn a swamp. I crossed my field, leaned on my fence, and called out over the roar of the flood. Still think my bridge was an eyesore? She shrieked back, voice cracking. You did this. You'll pay for this. I just smiled. Actually, Karen, the HOA destroyed my property first. I simply redirected nature. Guess you'll have to vote on whether floods are against the rules. By the end of the week, the mansion was a total loss. The insurance company refused to pay out, citing acts of negligence by the HOA for interfering with the river's natural flow. And Karen? She was left standing in knee-deep water, screaming about rules no one cared about anymore. As for me, I rebuilt my bridge, stronger, wider, better than before. And every time I walked across it, I smiled, knowing that just upstream, the water had a new respect for boundaries. And so did Karen.